Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, I'll be predicting the 2023 WNBA season. Before we get into today's video, please smash that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell if you're new to my channel. Chances are if you're watching this video, that means you really love sports, and also drop a like on this video. Here are my WNBA Eastern Conference standing predictions. The Indiana Fever, 10-30. The Indiana Fever had their worst season in franchise history last year, and that also was the second worst season by a team in a season. Last season, they were the worst team in the league with 5 wins and 31 losses. Those 31 losses tied the WNBA record for most losses in a season. The last time a team lost that much in a campaign was Tulsa in 2011. Their last winning season and playoff appearance came in the 2016 campaign. In the new season, my prediction is that the Fever will be the worst team in the league. The Connecticut Sun, 19-21. The Connecticut Sun had a great season last year by making the WNBA Finals for the 4th time in team history. In the WNBA Finals, they played against the Las Vegas Aces. Unfortunately for them, they lost that series in 4 games. In team history, they haven't won a WNBA Championship yet in their 4 finals appearances. Last season, they had a record of 25 wins and 11 losses, and that was their first WNBA Finals appearance since 2019. Currently, they have made the playoffs every year since the 2017 season. So my prediction is that the Connecticut Sun won't be as good as last season, but they could still be a playoff contender this year. The Atlanta Dream, 20-20. The Atlanta Dream had a lot better season overall last year, but they still had a losing record for a 4th consecutive season in a row. Last season, they had a record of 14 wins and 22 losses, and they finished as the 3rd worst team in the league. Their last winning season and playoff appearance came in the 2018 campaign. So in the new season, I suspect that the Atlanta Dream could have their first winning season and could make a playoff appearance this year. The Chicago Sky, 22-18. The Chicago Sky had a great season last year by being the 2nd best team in the league, but unfortunately it was a disappointing season at the same time for them, because they didn't make the WNBA Finals after making it in the previous season. In the playoffs, they played against the Connecticut Sun in the semifinals. Unfortunately for them, they lost that series in 5 games. Their record last season was 26 wins and 10 losses, and that was their best regular season in franchise history. Chicago has made the playoffs for 4 straight seasons in a row, and if they made the playoffs this year, they would break their all-time record for playoff appearances in a row at 4. By all means, I think that the Chicago Sky will have another good season this year, and they are playoff contenders. The Washington Mystics, 27-13. The Washington Mystics had a great bounce-back season last year by making the playoffs after missing it the season before. In the playoffs, they played against the Seattle Storm in the first round. Unfortunately for them, they got swept in that series. Their record last season was 22 wins and 14 losses, and that was their first winning campaign and their best season since they won the WNBA Finals in 2019. So in the new season, I absolutely think that the Washington Mystics will be one of the best teams in the WNBA this year, and are contenders to win the WNBA Championship. The New York Liberty, 31-9. The New York Liberty had a decent season last year by making the playoffs for a 2nd consecutive year in a row. In the playoffs, they played against the Chicago Sky in the first round. Unfortunately for them, they lost that series in 3 games. Last season, they had a record of 16 wins and 20 losses, and they haven't had a winning record since the 2017 campaign. In the offseason, they signed one of the best WNBA players of all time, naming Brianna Stewart. By all means, I absolutely think that the New York Liberty will be the best team in the league and are WNBA Finals contenders. So that's my Eastern Conference standing predictions for the 2023 season. So here are my WNBA Western Conference standing predictions. The Los Angeles Sparks, 15-25. They had a horrible season last year by having their second worst season in franchise history. Their record last season was 13 wins and 23 losses, and their last winning season came in the 2020 campaign. Los Angeles has currently missed the playoffs for 2 consecutive seasons in a row, after making the playoffs for 9 consecutive seasons from 2012 to 2020. So for the new season, I suspect that they won't be that good of a team this year. And by all means, I think that they will be the second worst team in the league. The Seattle Storm, 16-24. The Seattle Storm had a pretty good season last year by making the playoffs for a 7th consecutive season in a row. In the playoffs, they played against the Las Vegas Aces in the semifinals. Unfortunately for them, they lost that series in 4 games. Their record last season was 22 wins and 14 losses, and their last losing season came in the 2015 campaign. In their franchise history, they have made the playoffs 18 times, and they have only missed the playoffs 5 times in their team history. Seattle lost one of the best WNBA players currently of all time in free agency, naming Brianna Stewart. The team also lost one of the best all-time WNBA players, named Sue Bird, who retired at the end of the season last year. So by all means, I think that the Seattle Storm won't be that good of a team this year, and they will take a step back this season and will miss the playoffs. The Minnesota Lynx, 18-22. Minnesota had a disappointing season last year by missing the playoffs for the first time since the 2010 season. Before they missed the playoffs last year, they made 11 consecutive playoff appearances in a row, and that's their all-time franchise record. Their record last season was 14 wins and 22 losses. In those 11 straight playoff appearances, they made 6 WNBA Finals appearances and won 4 of those 6 appearances. So my prediction for the season is that they will be a better team, but they will miss the playoffs for a 2nd consecutive season in a row. The Dallas Wings, 23-17. The Dallas Wings had a pretty good season last year by making the playoffs for a 2nd straight season in a row. In the playoffs, they played against the Connecticut Sun in the first round. Unfortunately for them, they lost that series in 3 games. Their record last season was 18 wins and 18 losses, and that was their first winning season since the 2015 campaign. Since the team moved to Dallas in 2016 and became the Dallas Wings, they have made the playoffs 4 times. So in the new season, I suspect that the Dallas Wings will be a better team and will make a playoff spot this year. The Phoenix Mercury, 25-15. The Phoenix Mercury had a disappointing season last year by not making it back to the WNBA Finals, after making it the year before. In the playoffs last year, they played against the Las Vegas Aces in the first round. Unfortunately for them, they got swept in that series. Their record last season was 15 wins and 21 losses, and that was the most losses for them since the 2012 campaign. Currently, the team has made the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons in a row. So my prediction for the new season is that the Phoenix Mercury will have a bounce-back campaign and will make a playoff spot again this year. And the team is for sure a WNBA Finals contender. The Las Vegas Aces, 30-10. The Las Vegas Aces are coming off their first WNBA Finals championship in their franchise history. In the WNBA Finals last year, they played against the Connecticut Sun. They won that series in 4 games. Their record last season was 26 wins and 10 losses, and that was their 4th consecutive season in a row with a winning record. In their 4 straight playoff appearances in a row, they have made 2 WNBA Finals appearances, winning one of those 2 appearances in that time. In the new season, I absolutely believe that the Las Vegas Aces are going to be one of the best teams in the league, and they could win their second straight championship in a row this year. So that's my Western Conference standing predictions for the 2023 season. Now let's go to the playoffs. So we will be going round by round. So let's begin in the first round. The New York Liberty claiming the first seed versus the Connecticut Sun claiming the 8th seed. So my prediction is that the New York Liberty will sweep this series over the Connecticut Sun. The Phoenix Mercury claiming the 4th seed versus the Dallas Wings claiming the 5th seed. So my prediction for this series is that the Phoenix Mercury will win this series over the Dallas Wings in 3 games. The Las Vegas Aces claiming the 2nd seed versus Atlanta Dream claiming the 7th seed. So my prediction for this series is that the Las Vegas Aces will sweep this series over the Atlanta Dream. The Washington Mystics claiming the 3rd seed versus the Chicago Sky claiming the 6th seed. So my prediction is that the Washington Mystics will win this series over the Chicago Sky in 3 games. Now let's go to the semifinals. The New York Liberty versus the Phoenix Mercury. So I have the New York Liberty winning this series over the Phoenix Mercury in 4 games. The Las Vegas Aces versus the Washington Mystics. This series would be a hard-fought series between these 2 teams, and my prediction is that the Las Vegas Aces will win this series in 5 games over the Washington Mystics. In the WNBA Finals, I have the New York Liberty versus the Las Vegas Aces. So I have the New York Liberty winning their first WNBA Finals championship in team history in 5 games over the Las Vegas Aces. So those are my predictions for the WNBA this season. Who do you think will win the championship this year? Let me know in the comments down below. Before you leave, please smash that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell if you're new to my channel. And if you love sports, this is definitely the channel for you, and also share this video with more sports fans. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Nathan, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Just keep loving sports.